All right, time for a quick update. Let's see, these orchids get neglected sometimes. This one here actually is the first orchid I ever owned. It came in spike right here, and then I rebloomed it, replanted it. Since I've replanted it, it's really had a hard time. The roots were in not very good condition. Now some of the leaves are a little, I don't know, soft. But it did put out a couple new ones now, and the third new one. So there is hope that the first orchid of my collection will live to see better days. Here's a couple in here that are putting out some new growths, and their growths are finally getting better too. I don't know, there's tons of roots in here. There's like no media left, it's just all roots. So I guess that's okay as long as I can keep up with the watering. Over here is the Alicera that I was worried about because it had no roots when I repotted it. But as you can see, it's got a nice new growth forming there. And I don't know what this is, if that's another pseudopulp starting or what. We'll see. Got a couple phals in spike, which is good. They're both kind of rescues. This one I actually put outside and mounted on a tree because it was looking like it wasn't going to make it. It was so very sad. And I brought it in before it froze, potted it up. It had a few roots that it grew while it was out on the tree, and now it's looking kind of happy, and it's got a spike. All right, this one here, this is the oh, I better get the tag to make sure. Oh no, here it is. The BLC Wilmette Wong that I told in a previous video, showed you the 5 new growths it had been putting out. Well, now on the 3 of the new growths, there's eyes forming, and there's really not much for a sheath in any of the new growths yet, just a little nubbin. I don't know if that's normal, and that's going to turn into a big sheath. Hope so. All right, I'll start down here. The BL Yellowbird Bag Baby has got a wall of roots growing, and when this one here is actually now putting out a new growth where the other one dried up. Cattleya Princess Clementine finally dropped its last flower the other day. I haven't cut the spike off of there yet, but it's looking good. It won't need repotting. I repotted it already. My little Paths fans are doing good, but I'm not sure how long they're going to take to put anything out. I have no idea about that. Hang on one second. We're back. We had to go let Miss Ella in. Miss Ella, do you want to say hello? And say hello? Good. All right. There's the Dendrobium spectabile. It's growing good. That new growth there is bigger than any of the other growths. We'll see how it goes. Got a new growth with a sheath in it here and here. On the, here, I'm gonna get that out again. This is the LC Irene Finney Spring's Best. Don't know, the sheaths look pretty flat and thin right now. The roots were not that good. Oh, let's see. New growth on the Cattleya Maxima that I purchased from Isis Orchids. Check out her channel if you haven't. Got some good stuff on there. And then also a new growth on the Cattleya Intermedia. So they're doing well. 2 new additions are the Pinguiculas, and they're already working quite well. As you can see, this one here is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, and it's probably upside down and backwards. Probably ask Brad how to say that from Brad's greenhouse. The Dendrobium phal Burana Stripes, it's just starting to drop its blooms. It's been blooming for a couple months now. Really enjoyed that. Then I have a Pinguicula Aphrodite. And this one, I don't know, it's not looking too good, but it shot that spike up and flowered right away. Dendrobium Johannes. New growth right there, starting to look good. And there's also another one right down in there. Dendrobium Roy Tokugawa. It has two new growths that are doing good. I can't tell. Maybe somebody knows. I don't know how well you can see it, but is that actually a spike forming? And that one too, maybe? So those are the two new ones, but it's also putting up a third right there. Cattleya Rex, still doing nothing. Looks exactly the same as when I bought it 2 years ago. Let's see if I can get this out without knocking anything over. Workaholics Anonymous project plant. The new growth has now way surpassed the growth that bloomed. I don't see anything in there yet, but hopefully it won't be long. And then here is my pictures that are developing nicely for being inside, and it's so humid here. I have not caught a mouse in any of them, but I do have quite a few pictures. I've been trying to spray them and keep them wet, and you can see they're all doing pretty well. There's a few that have been dried up, but I'm kind of impressed. It's doing well, and it's putting out a lot of new vines. We'll see how it goes. What else? Oh, there's new growth on the Dendrobium tobinense. Those two in front right there are the new growths, and they're looking pretty good. And then if you notice, I don't know if you can see it, but the canes are kind of furry or fuzzy. They got a little fuzz on them, so it's kind of neat. R3 making some humidity. Nothing else really much going on. This is that crazy Oncidium that just keeps putting out new growths and spikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new pseudobulbs on that since I repotted that and divided it. I sent Anna from Crooked Orchids a crazy division of it because it was out of control, and the one up there is the same way. It's just putting out growths all over. Yeah, that's pretty much a quick update. Well, when you say goodbye. Yeah, you just want your toy. It's okay. It's all good.